Do you really believe you need 10,000 words to speak English fluently? Or do you sometimes feel crushed under the weight of endless vocabulary lists? Maybe you open a textbook and see pages full of strange words. You underline them. You repeat them. But when you speak, silence comes. You try again. You memorize more words. You even make flashcards. You whisper them at night. But in the morning, the words disappear. Your memory feels like a leaking bucket. You pour words inside, but they run out through the holes. You feel tired. You feel empty. And deep down, you wonder if English is even possible for you. You ask yourself if smart people are right when they say you need thousands. But here's the truth. Speaking English is not about collecting mountains of words. Speaking English is about using the right words at the right time. Think about a child. A child does not know 10,000 words. A child knows a few hundred. But with those words, the child can live. The child asks for food. The child plays. The child cries. The child tells small stories with simple words. The child connects and survives. So why do we, as adults, make it so complicated? Why do we believe more words equal more success? Why do we chase big numbers? Numbers look powerful. 10,000 words sound like mastery. It feels like security. It feels like proof that you are serious about learning. But numbers are also a trap, because you can count words, but you cannot count confidence. You can measure lists, but not real conversations. Real English is not in your notebook. Real English is in your voice. Real English is in the words you choose when you face another person. Imagine yourself traveling. You meet a stranger at the station. Do you need 10,000 words? Or do you need just a few simple ones? You smile and say hello. You ask where the train goes. You say thank you. You say goodbye. That moment is real English. And that moment does not need 10,000 words. That moment needs courage. That moment needs practice with words you already know. So let me ask you again. Do you want to learn endless vocabulary lists? Or do you want to speak and feel alive in English today? Because this is not just another English video. This is a chance to see learning differently. This is a chance to breathe easier and move forward. You do not need the pressure of 10,000 words. You need freedom. You need focus. You need a small set of words that actually work. And once you use them again and again, they become part of you. They stop being strange. They become your tools. They become your voice. So today, I invite you to listen with open ears and open heart. Forget the big numbers. Forget the heavy lists. Start fresh with clarity, because you do not need to be perfect. You only need to be present. You only need to speak. You only need the words that carry you now. And when you understand this, you will feel lighter. You will feel stronger. You will feel that English is finally within your reach. So take a deep breath. This is your beginning. This is your story. This is where English becomes simple again. And this is where you start. You sit at your desk and open your notebook again. You see long lists of words. Words you copied. Words you repeated. Words you still cannot use. You tell yourself you must learn more. Maybe this time 500 words. Maybe this time 1,000 words. Maybe this time you will finally speak. But days pass. Weeks pass. The words stay in your notebook. They never leave the page. They never leave your memory and reach your mouth. You feel heavy. You feel tired. You feel like English is always one step ahead. No matter how much you study, you never catch it. Sometimes you try to speak, but your mind goes blank. You remember there is a word. You even see the picture of it, but the sound is gone. You feel embarrassed. You smile and pretend. You change the subject. Or worse, you say nothing. Inside, you scream. But outside, you stay silent. At night, you promise yourself, tomorrow, you will be stronger. Tomorrow, you will practice. Tomorrow, you will master all the words. But tomorrow never comes. Instead, tomorrow brings the same struggle. More notebooks, more lists, more apps, more hours, But no more confidence, no more joy, no more English. Your friends ask if you are learning. You nod. You say you are trying. But inside you feel a wall between you and fluency. You scroll online. You see others speaking English with ease. You hear their accents. You watch their confidence. And you feel small. You feel late. You think maybe you are not smart enough. Maybe your memory is weak. Maybe you started too late. You carry shame like a secret weight. But the truth is different. The truth is, you are not failing because of who you are. You are failing because of how you are learning. You are chasing too many words. You're filling your brain with numbers, not with meaning. You're memorizing lists, not building real communication. This is why you feel stuck. This is why you freeze when you speak. This is why English feels like a mountain you cannot climb. Because every time you add more words, you also add more pressure. You measure your progress with numbers, not with conversations. Numbers cannot set you free, and yet you continue. Because everyone says more is better. Because you believe fluency is hiding behind the next 1,000 words. You keep running, but never arrive. It is like carrying a heavy backpack. At first, you think weight means strength. But soon, the backpack breaks your back. You walk slower. You give up. And still, deep inside, you have no hope. You've a dream of a day when you can speak freely. You imagine yourself traveling, working, connecting in English. That dream is why you have not quit. That dream is why you are still here, still searching, still listening. Because something inside knows there must be a way. But here is the problem. As long as you keep chasing 10,000 words, you will never feel free. You will only feel heavier and heavier. So maybe the real problem is not English. Maybe the real problem is the method. Maybe the real problem is the belief that more is better. And until you change that belief, nothing will change. You will stay stuck. You will stay tired. You will stay silent. Even with notebooks full of words, this is the reality. This is the pain. This is the trap of learning English the wrong way. And many smart people fall into it every day. But what if there is another way? What if fluency is not about more words? What if it is about fewer words, used with more power? That thought is waiting for you. That truth is calling you. And when you see it, your whole journey will change. Your story will finally begin. You think you need more words to speak better, but the more words you chase, the less you actually speak. That is the silent trap. You believe silence means you are weak, but silence is only the result of carrying too much. Too many words, too much fear, too much pressure. Here is the truth. You're not failing because you know too little. You're failing because you're trying to know too much. Too fast. You are not empty. You are overloaded. You are drowning in information. And the more you drown, the harder it becomes to breathe, to speak, to live. So let me tell you something clear. You do not need 10,000 words. You do not even need 5,000. You need only the right ones. The world will not ask you to recite a dictionary. The world will ask you simple questions. And you already have the words for simple answers. You are not in a vocabulary race. You're not here to collect words like coins. You are here to communicate, to connect, to express yourself freely. Stop thinking you are not enough. Stop thinking you are behind. You are not behind. You are lost in the wrong direction. That is the real problem. And if you cannot change your direction now, then when? If you cannot decide today, then tomorrow will repeat the same empty cycle as yesterday. You are not killing time by memorizing lists. Time is killing you while you hold those lists. Every day you wait, your dream grows smaller. So here is the slap of truth. You do not need more words. You need more courage. You need more practice. You need more real conversations. 1,000 active words can open the world. 2,000 active words can carry you through life. But inactive words, no matter how many, are useless. Think about it. If you cannot use a word, does it belong to you? If it stays trapped in your notebook, is it truly part of your English? Real English is not the number in your memory. Real English is the sound in your mouth. Real English is the courage to use what you know. So today, let the old belief die. Let the obsession with numbers fade. Let the dream of 10,000 words go. You never needed it. You only need to decide. Will you continue to carry a heavy backpack? Or will you throw away the weight and walk with freedom? This is your moment. This is your chance to wake up. This is the moment where you see that simple is stronger, and fewer words are enough. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Once you feel it, you cannot forget it. This is the turning point you have been waiting for. Because now you understand. You're not weak. You're not late. You're simply misled. And with one shift of mind, you can break free. So stand tall. Take a breath. Say it clearly to yourself. I do not need 10,000 words. I only need the right words. And I will use them. Lesson 1. Focus on high-frequency words. These are the words people use every day. If you know them, you can survive almost any conversation, in any place, with anyone. Think about words like want, need, go, come, eat, work, like, give, take. These are the real tools. Without them, your sentences collapse. With them, you can build. Imagine a worker with a toolbox. If the box is full of rare tools, but missing a hammer and a screwdriver, he cannot finish even simple tasks. Solution? Start small. Master the top 1,000 words. Use them daily. Speak them. Write them. Repeat them. They will cover 80% of your needs. Lesson 2. Active words are more powerful than passive words. Passive words stay in notebooks. Active words live on your tongue. They move. They connect. They change lives. You may know 5,000 words passively, but if you cannot use them when needed, they are ghosts. Better to have 1,000 living words than 5,000 dead ones. Imagine someone who watches 100 videos about swimming but never jumps into the pool. He knows the theory, but he will still drown. Solution? Choose fewer words and practice them in real sentences. Speak them out loud. Record your voice. Turn every word into something alive, something yours. Lesson 3. Communication is more important than perfection. Nobody cares if you use a rare word. People only care if they understand you. If you can connect with them, think of a traveler in a new country. He may not know elegant vocabulary, but if he can ask for food, water, and help, he survives and smiles. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Chasing perfect words will lock your mouth, but chasing connection will free your mouth, even with mistakes. Solution: stop aiming for flawless. Start aiming for clear. Speak with the words you know. Let your courage matter more than your grammar or vocabulary size. Lesson 4. Practice beats memory every time. You can memorize 10 new words in a day, but if you never use them, they vanish in a week. Practice turns weak memory into strong skill. It is like muscles. Reading about push-ups does nothing, but doing push-ups changes your body. Imagine learning the word opportunity. You write it 10 times, but only when you use it in a real talk, like I need an opportunity does it stay. Solution: do not just learn. Apply. Speak each new word in 3 sentences today. Use it in writing, in texting, in speaking. Make it real. Lesson 5. Less is more. 10,000 words can confuse you. 1,000 words can empower you. English is not about knowing everything. It is about expressing yourself simply. Think about famous speeches. They are not full of rare words. They are full of short, clear, powerful words. Words anyone can feel. Words anyone can repeat. Even great leaders choose simplicity. They do not use a dictionary to inspire. They use heart, clarity, and courage. You can do the same with your English. Solution: cut the excess. Do not chase numbers. Take what is essential. Learn it deeply. Use it daily. Build your world with fewer but stronger words. Lesson 6. Consistency is stronger than intensity. Studying 100 words in a night gives you pride. But studying 10 words every day gives you freedom. Imagine watering a plant. You cannot pour a whole bucket once and disappear. You must give small drops every day. That is how life grows. English works the same. Small steps daily beat big jumps once a month. Your brain loves rhythm, not shock. Repetition builds habits. Habits build fluency. Solution: set a simple rule. 5 minutes daily is better than 2 hours once a week. Keep it steady. Keep it alive. Keep it moving. These lessons are not theories. They are practical keys. And once you use them, you will feel English stop being heavy. You will feel it flow. There was once a man named Kien. He was smart, hardworking, and disciplined. But when it came to English, he always felt small and powerless. Every night, Kien sat at his desk. He copied long lists of words. He filled notebooks. He underlined. He highlighted. He believed more words meant more power. Soon he reached 5,000 words. He could read articles. He could recognize rare words. But when he spoke to a foreigner, his mouth betrayed him. He opened his lips. He tried to recall the perfect word, but nothing came. His face turned red. His voice broke. He wanted to disappear. One day, he met a tourist who asked for directions. The tourist only used simple words. Where's the bus? How much? Thank you. Goodbye. Keen was shocked. He thought, is this really English? Is this all I need? The tourist spoke with ease, even with so few words. That night, Kien sat alone. He looked at his notebooks. Thousands of words stared back at him, but none of them gave him courage to speak. He realized the truth. He was carrying too much weight. He was chasing numbers, not communication. He was learning English for notebooks, not for life. So he made a choice. He closed his old books. He picked 50 simple words: eat, drink, go, come, want, need. He practiced them daily. At first it felt too easy, but soon something changed. When he met another tourist, his voice came alive. He spoke. He connected. He smiled. He discovered that fluency is not about 10,000 words. Fluency is about the few words that you can actually use with confidence. Again and again, months passed. Kien traveled abroad. With 2,000 active words, he ordered food, asked for help, shared stories, and even made friends from around the world. He no longer feared silence. He no longer feared mistakes. He knew enough. He had enough. English became light, simple, and part of his daily life. One evening, he called his younger cousin, who was just starting English. He said, "Do not repeat my mistake. Do not waste years on useless lists. Learn the words you need. Use them daily. Speak them with courage. Even 1,000 words can open the world. You do not need more." His cousin listened. His cousin smiled. For the first time, Kien felt proud, not because he knew many words, but because he finally knew what mattered. The heavy notebook stayed behind, but the freedom of speaking, the joy of connecting, the feeling of using English in real life, that stayed forever. This is the story of Kien. But it could also be your story. It could be anyone's story who learns to choose less, but use more. Because English is not about carrying the heaviest dictionary. English is about carrying light words, living words, words that can move from your heart to your mouth. Kien's story is proof. You do not need 10,000 words to speak English. You only need the courage to start with what you already have. You have one life. Do not waste it chasing numbers. Do not waste it filling notebooks. Do not waste it believing 10,000 words will save you, because now you know the truth. You do not need 10,000 words. You do not need perfect memory. You do not need endless lists and heavy books. You only need the right words. You only need courage. You only need to speak what you already know. Again and again, until it feels like breathing. Think about this. Every great journey starts with one step. Every conversation starts with one word. Every dream starts with one decision. Yours can start today. Do not wait for the day when you know more. Do not wait for the moment when you feel perfect. That day will never come. Start now, because waiting kills dreams, but speaking, even with mistakes, gives life. Speaking with simple words is still speaking, and speaking is always better than silence. So promise yourself today, I will stop chasing numbers. I will stop waiting for tomorrow. I will use the words I know, and I will speak. This is not about being the best. This is not about being perfect. This is about being real. This is about being alive in English right now. You do not need rare words to connect with people. You do not need complex grammar to share your story. You only need clarity, courage, and consistency. Remember, 1,000 active words can open your future. 2,000 can change your career. 3,000 can let you live anywhere in the world. The number does not define you. The action defines you. The courage defines you. The voice inside you, waiting to be heard, defines you. So take that step. Say the first word. Let your English be simple but alive. Let your English be light but powerful. Let it be yours. And when you do, you will feel a shift. You will feel free. You will feel proud. You will feel English become not a burden, but a friend. So I tell you now, do not wait for tomorrow. Do not wait for perfection. Do not wait for 10,000 words. Speak today. Speak now, because you have one life, one voice, one chance to connect with the world. Do not waste it in silence. Do not waste it in notebooks. If this story gave you courage, take action now. Speak a sentence today. Share your words with someone. Use what you have, and watch it grow. And if this message inspired you, stay with me. Let us walk this journey together. Like this. Share this. Subscribe. Let us grow stronger together. You do not need 10,000 words. You only need one word to start. And that word can be yours today. Say it. Live it. Begin now.